Good morning, Miami Arts Studio. Welcome to our students back on campus, as well as those still with us at home. My name is Isabel Greiner. Today is Friday, October 9th, and Mass News starts now.
Reporting from Miami Arts Studio, welcome to Mass News.
Students, Club Rush is officially back. Throughout the next week, clubs will be promoting themselves through social media, so make sure to follow SGA on Instagram at SGA-MASSHS for more information and future club meetings. Now we head on to Vicky Perez explaining the importance of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, annual checkups, and how the current pandemic has affected these patients.
With the month of breast cancer awareness already here, it is important to realize that this cancer is the most common in women, targeting 1 in 8 women over a lifetime. October is dedicating to increasing attention and support for awareness, early detection, and treatment. For Mass News, I'm Vicky Perez, shedding a light on the importance of knowing about this disease and how to detect it.
Breast cancer is a disease formulated in the cells of the breast, initially founded by a lump in the breast or other forms of swelling, redness, or pain. Despite the growing number in breast cancer detection, people are still uneducated about the symptoms to search for and the range of people this disease affects. While searching for symptoms, there has also been walks, organizations, and social media trends encouraging people to inform others about the disease. While the month of October is represented and displayed through pink ribbons, bands, and clothes, people have also joined in global solidarity to fight against this cancer.
Spreading the word brings more awareness to having mammograms, and mammograms can detect cancer early before even women feel a lump in their breast. And women should probably begin at 40. I began at 35 because of my family history.
Despite the looming pandemic, the risk of gaining breast cancer has never stopped. After gaining insight into how this disease affects us, it's important to guide us into a path of self-regulations. The COVID-19 mandates in place have allowed patients to safely return for checkups throughout the hospital. People have the option to become admitted into a certain degree of exams to trace any signs of possible cancer. Mammograms, breast ultrasounds, and biopsies are the most common exams administered to diagnose the disease. The hospital isn't the only place you can identify these signs at. Conducting a self-checkup at home is a vital way to inform yourself on the potential symptoms.
And what people need to understand is that mammograms save lives because the abnormalities are captured when they're extremely early. And so I think the main point is that there's over 200,000 women per year that are diagnosed with breast cancer here in the United States. It's very common, and a lot of patients don't have a family history, so it can kind of affect anyone. You don't know who that person's going to be, so everybody should be checked.
With the pandemic still at hand, breast cancer patients are still going through their journey and are more vulnerable than ever. Spreading awareness and being aware is incredibly important because this cancer can not only affect those around you, but can also affect you. By attending your annual checkups and performing regular self-exams, you get to understand how your body should look and feel. For Mass News, I'm Vicky Perez, signing off.
When most people think of ways to spend their time off, they usually think about hanging out with friends or doing something productive at home. But what about an arcade? Yes, an arcade located right here in Miami that offers an extensive collection of some of the coolest retro and modern games out there. Let's head on to Maddie Guas with more on the story.
It doesn't take much to miss Arcade Odyssey. Located in a strip mall on 117th Avenue, it's fairly easy to zoom right past the place. But those who know what lies beyond these colorful video game-inspired doors keep coming back for more and more. Considered to be a hidden gem in the city, Arcade Odyssey is a refreshing blast to the past with arcade cabinets of anything, from shooters to racing games to some old-time classics like Pac-Man. Owner Rick Medina recounts his first time ever opening up the arcade to the public.
I've always loved gaming. So I started noticing there was no real arcades anywhere anymore. You know, my partner showed up and I said, okay, well, let's bring it back. when I first started the arcade, day one, I had some kids walk up to me just as I opened my doors. And they go, "Excuse me, sir, can we pay you to just sit in a corner and just play here?" And I go, "They're coming to hang out."
Needless to say, the assortment of games at Arcade Odyssey is extremely impressive. You name it, it's probably there. And with an online leaderboard system, checking out who has the high score has never been easier.
My favorite game is the Simpsons game because ever since I was little, I used to play it at Dandy Bear, and I would spend so much tokens on that game and spend hours just playing that game. Even though it's just jumping and attacking the same guy over and over again, it's very entertaining and very fun to do.
As fun as they can be, arcades have been steadily declining in popularity since the 90s. The release of home consoles, games on your phone, and online play have created some serious competition. And with the COVID-19 pandemic, there's all the more reason to stay inside. But despite all of that, Arcade Odyssey continues to thrive because of the unique experience it offers to gamers across the country.
I thought it was a great way of bringing back something that was lost. You know, when I was young, there was, you wanted to hang out with your buddies, you would go to the arcade.
With some of the coolest retro games and amazing customer service, Arcade Odyssey is definitely the place to check out. For Moss News, this has been Maddie Guas signing off.
Now let's take a look at our weekend weather forecast. Today we can expect a high of 88 and a low of 79 degrees with scattered thunderstorms. Saturday is looking pretty similar with a high of 87 and a low of 78 degrees. Finally, on Sunday, we can expect a high of 88 and a low of 77 degrees with scattered thunderstorms and cloudy skies throughout the day. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Mouse News. Make sure to follow us and Miami Art Studio on Instagram to stay informed. For Mouse News, I'm Isabel Greiner, signing off.